G'day guys, welcome back to RestoHub. In today's episode we're carrying on where we left off last time, and that's repairing the crossmember, and we're going to be welding the jacking plate onto the crossmember of the XT Falcon. Stick around. So before we can weld this jacking plate onto the crossmember, we need to prep it up, and I have left these bits in bare metal still. What I will be doing is spraying on some of this weld through primer onto these bare metal areas on both this jacking plate and the crossmember on the car. And before we do that, we just need to sand it back with 180 grit and give it a spray and let it dry up and get it all ready for welding. Giving it a quick wipe down with some acetone now, and then I'll hit it with the primer, and then we'll do the same procedure on the crossmember itself. Didn't need to mask it up, but thought I'd just keep it nice and neat. Here I am talking about keeping it nice and neat, and I didn't put anything under the part to keep the bench protected. There we go, it's prepped up, ready for welding, and I'll do the same on the crossmember now. There we go, we are mostly prepped up. Still a couple of small things to go. Need to drill a hole here and on the other side, just so the corners have some good strength to them. And there's one other thing I do need to do is, after I primed this piece up, I did notice two small hairline cracks where the piece was pressed from factory. You can see these crease marks in the steel. I hope you can see those. On the top side, it's very evident that there are two tiny cracks, which I'm going to repair before I weld this plate on. So to do that, I need to drill two pilot holes, one on each side of the crack, and I'll do this all from the top, by the way. So drill 2 holes, V out the crack itself, and then weld up the cracks. And then I can move to welding the jacking plate on here, and hopefully tomorrow I can finish priming up and call this section of the bay ready to go. So anyway, stay tuned and I'll keep you guys updated as I'm going along. Alright guys, I've finished welding up those couple of hairline cracks, and as you can see we have the jacking plate clamped up and getting ready to finally weld this thing on. If I've got time today I'll start prepping this for epoxy primer, and then of course where I've touched up those hairline cracks as well. There are some other areas under here that need to be primed, but I'm not going to do that in this session. The intention was to get this thing welded up and primed, and this whole cross member done and dusted, ready for its final coating under here, which will be just a satin black. But yeah, looking pretty good, happy with it, and yeah, I'll pop you guys on a tripod again and you can see me weld it up. Okay, so we're back and we're done with the jacking plate all welded up. As you can see, it's got some really good penetration coming through to the jacking plate from the top. I have grinded the top as well and cleaned it up as best as I can. Now all I need to do is give this a quick sand with 80 grit. 80 grit there, bit of a blend with some red Scotch-Brite in here, so I can just hit it with the epoxy, and that'll be it for this weekend. It's going to be pretty hot today, so I just want to get this done early. So I'll pop you guys on a time lapse and you can see how I go. Okay guys, we're back and sanded up and prepped. A bit of masking as well, just so I don't get too much overspray everywhere. Ready for one last wipe down with acetone, mix up the epoxy, let it go through the induction period for 15 minutes, and then give it a bit of a paint. So I'll show you guys how I go, and yeah, we'll wrap this up pretty soon. Stick around. Alright guys, we are finally finished with the Crossmember. Ready for final coating, which will be a satin black 2-pack of course. I did run out of paint when I was up to this. I did get good coverage on it though. I mean look, there's still a lot of things to prime under this car anyway, so I might just give it a quick scuff later on and maybe just a quick blast to make sure it's got a good coat on there. But yeah, overall very happy with it. I did thin the paint a little more than normal because last time it was a little bit tough to spray, and today I went up to maybe 15% reducer, and it came out real nice and pretty flat. So yeah, really happy with that. So yeah, that's another episode done, and yeah, thanks for hanging around, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you've got any questions, feel free to throw a comment below, and I'll help out where I can. But with that said, I'll leave it there. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.